What's up, Vault Hunters? We are back in Borderlands 3 today. We are finally carrying on with our flak playthrough. It's been a little while, a lot of other videos going on, lots of other content being worked on, but we are here on Eden 6 today, and I think maybe it's time to take down Aurelia, so we're just going to speak to Wainwright and get straight in.
Near the southern shelf. Something about all leopard moles being spotted. I don't recall the details.
Vault Hunter, I got the fire in my breast and a gun in my hand. We gonna take back the last key fragment, and I figured out where it is. The Jakobs powder cellar.
What is a powder cellar?
Well, that's where my family cascades our signature gunpowder. My father must have hidden the fragment in a barrel of Grand Reserve black powder before the Calypsos arrived. Clay knows a secret way to get in. Go and meet up with him. This'll require a two-pronged attack. Vault Hunter, while you infiltrate the cellar, Alistair and I will slip past the Harpy's zealot guard. Tonight, we take back Jakobs.
Alright, let's do it.
I'm over by the waterfall when you're ready, Vault Hunter.
Okie dokie, over by the waterfall, hey. Let's head down, grab a vehicle, and let's get moving. This has been a little bit of a while coming. I think Aurelia has definitely outstayed her welcome.
Excuse Aurelia for what she's done to Wainwright and the people of Eden 6. She must answer for her crimes, but she is still my sister. If I could speak with Aurelia face to face, I might convince her to surrender. Enough blood has been shed. Sometimes the bonds of family can be repaired.
Let's see what we can do. Hammerlock, anything we can do for you, my man, we will do. We can end this peacefully, all the better. Okay.
Over here, Vault Hunter.
Follow my lead. Montgomery Jakobs showed me this little side entrance back in my smuggling days. He was a great man. And I owe it to him to see that the Jakobs Corporation is back in Jakobs' hands. Wainwright will make a damn fine head of the company, assuming any of us make it out of this alive.
If you hear Tyreen chiming in at all and you're not expecting it, that is because in our last session, was it the last session? It's the last session all for an extra video, but we did the little sellout quest, so we do have a hazardous sellout. This gun is one you can pick up here in Eden 6, and this gun will have Tyreen voice lines firing out at you now and again, and basically just taunting you and trying to give you a hard time. But it's a free legendary. You don't have to do too much for
This
it.
passage seems inconvenient. A party
So
trick,
why not?
perhaps?
Yeah, Jakobs' family loves their secrets. This passage will put you right underneath this stake. Stay smooth out there.
You keep there. I won't. Little bit different on the scenery coming into this area here, and then the grounds of the Jakobs Manor. Quite different, I think, from anything else in the Borderlands world up to this point.
Like, follow, and obey.
There's Tyreen chiming in. Let's see. We're gonna have to put up with her giving us some grief.
No one ever.
Then we should definitely make the most of the extra power at our hands. It's the only level appropriate legendary I currently have on me. Let's do it. Pew, 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 pew. It has a satisfying kind of pew pew to it. I like that. Pew, pew. If I could aim it. Definitely helps when you can hit the target. That's, I mean, years of playing games. That is a bit of free advice for you.
Aromatic profile our customers trust and love. Every batch is unique. I prefer an oak brandy cask myself. Oak takes longer than you think, but it's worth the wait.
I like the little chimes, the little music boxes that you do in the Jakobs Manor. It's a nice little touch. Well, this could actually be quite well timed. Switch that one for the moment. And I think I'm going to have to give up on my legendary shield finally. Until we can get something new and fresh. By the way, Jakobs, Wainwright, shouldn't be so formal. Wainwright, I do apologise. I'm going to absolutely steal everything in your house. I hope that's okay. Let's change that speed. There we go, that's the pace we want.
Alistair and I are nearly to the delivery controls. Vault Hunter, clear the room. We can't let that key fragment get into zealot hands.
Takes all.
Get him!
Ray.
So, yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, got a number of playthroughs going on this channel at the moment. The whole point of this channel is really to have fun and re-engage with the Borderlands games. In that, I'm also including Wonderlands and a few other games that are maybe off to the side. But, yeah, basically playing through Borderlands 1, 2, 3, and Wonderlands at the moment. Started a Tales from Borderlands playthrough, got a couple other things in the pipeline. Working on some lore videos, some videos relating to guns, fun things in the Borderlands universe, Easter eggs, all sorts of bits and pieces that I'm trying to find the time to get into a good place with. But that's all on the way, in the pipeline. If you like Borderlands and you're getting hyped for Borderlands 4, hyped for Wonderlands 2 potentially, then that's exactly the sort of thing that this channel is about. Looking to have fun. And yeah, man, just get excited.
Let me smell ya! Though I die, mine is eternal!
Furious raid.
Do 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 do. Alright. Had an uppity turret. Those can absolutely shred you when you're not paying attention. They have definitely caught me out a few times. And they sound really mean while doing it. Shield me. How convenient.
Full of color-coded levers and dials. Winnie, you didn't tell me we needed to solve an elaborate puzzle. Nonsense. An elaborate puzzle is its own reward. Vault Hunter, all you have to do is push the request button by that delivery pipe and open the tube near you. We'll solve this puzzle over on our end. Let's see.
Sounds good.
That's this lever here. Crank back the amplitude.
Press the button.
Winnie, hurry. If my sister finds us, set the dial to cupcake, pull the silver chain, and here it comes, Vault Hunter.
Whammo!
Incorrect.
Damn.
It's no bueno.
Alistair, look around for clues. I found a stuffed fish with a code on it. That'll be the answer. Alistair, read me the clues and I'll solve it. I'm hardly in the mood to... Oh, fine. Here. Eagle, crab, 7, Windigo. This is the fun part, Alistair. Try and enjoy it.
Lots of dialogue as we go through on this one, so I am going to talk over some of it. Just to do my regular spiel, so I apologise to anyone who's heard this already. But just touching there on the multiple Borderlands games that we're re-engaging with. It has been a heck of a surprise while replaying these games. Just how good Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands in particular are comparative to my initial impressions, or my early impressions I suppose rather than initial. Borderlands 2 is probably still undoubtedly my favourite game of all time, probably the game that's had the most time out of me and as someone who's gamed for nearly 4 decades now, there are a lot of games that have had a lot of time out of me. So Borderlands 2 is particularly close to my heart, and as such, I was maybe harsher on Borderlands 3 and on Wonderlands than maybe I should have been. So although I did definitely enjoy them and have a ton of fun, there were certain things that I didn't feel were as strong as Borderlands 2, and so my opinion was somewhat tarnished. I maybe sort of felt a little bit let down in the earlier days, but having re-engaged with these games just is constantly just reminding me of how much stuff I did like in these games. So there's a lots of plus and minuses in, you know, the different games. You know, some of them got some stuff right, some stuff wrong. But I definitely, my opinion of Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands has jumped up dramatically having re-engaged with them. So that's a big part of this channel, seeing all these games in parallel, playing them through, jumping between them. So I haven't played one game and then the other and I'm sort of chopping it up. I'm literally playing these, jumping between them on different days. And it's just, yeah, it's very, very telling. So if you are a fan of Borderlands, that's what we do. That's what we're all about. Sometimes have other people jump in. Got a couple of friends that are still playing and keen to jump in onto the ride every now and again. But most of the time it's just me. Most of the time it's just me acting just a little bit crazy while I fail to adjust to the controls while jumping between one game and another.
My father's dead, my company is in the hands of bandits, and I'm trading away my inheritance because I had to save your life. If I have to enjoy myself while solving the last puzzle my father left for me, I damn well shall. You're right, I'm sorry. So in that case, I should not point out the code written on the ceiling. What? Oh, damn.
Ah, it's always the last place you look.
Brass chain. Alistair, you beautiful bastard.
Eden 6 is a particularly lush environment, so it's a very nice addition to the Borderlands universe. I sort of am always a little bit funny about sort of how wacky the tone is getting these days, how much more expansive it is from where we started in Borderlands 1 on more of a very desperate feeling, desolate kind of wasteland. And we have increasingly more and more got all these different environments. And it's, you know, some things take a little while to grow on me, but it definitely is a good addition, Eden 6, and the Wainwright Manor and all the kind of the grounds, like all the sort of different facets of that, even the sort of swampy areas outside, and I guess in extension, Reliance and the other sort of installations isn't quite right, but the other sort of signs of life, the other settlements that are attached to this, the interactions of this enterprise on this planet, are all very different, unique, interesting environments to have brought into the franchise. You know, I wasn't coming into Borderlands 3 thinking I was going to get this kind of really kind of Southern American, very elaborate sort of architecture that we have here. And yeah, it's good. It's good. It's unique. It's nice to have different vibes and different feels as you're going through these games. And I think that the diversity in the Borderlands games at this point, with the amount of games, the amount of environments, the things in DLCs, all the rest of it, I don't think any game has the diversity of environments that the Borderlands as a franchise has.
Something for me?
They just don't have any limits to stuff. There's nothing that's holding them back. They can literally do anything they want, which is part of the allure and part of the magic of Borderlands.
My father considered groundskeepers to be a useless
I have a thing for lockers today. We're doing lockers.
Or birthday parties when all I wanted was a damn clown who could tie balloon animals. Yeah, sorry, tamping that one back down now.
Quit talking. I need to get more people talking.
Dump ever right there. Thing
And I'm just gonna interrupt that by
Long time on that pod. Thinking
nice and
about
quick
how
for
I
a
couldn't
change.
find the vault. It was a real worry turd situation. Was I losing my touch? Past my prime? And then I reached for the toilet paper, but it wasn't on either side of the pod. And then I realized there's one place I hadn't looked. Well, I squeezed out my brown muse and went to confront old Monty.
Typhon de Leon is such a fantastic character. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Very sad with the direction that they seem to have taken at the moment with him. I'll talk more about that at some point. If you want to know what I'm talking about there, you will have to wait until I can get that video together. But I've got some specific thoughts about Typhon de Leon. His position in the Borderlands universe. Music's getting crazy. Right, okay, we've got a Magnificent in our pocket. That's good. That'll come in handy very soon. Some of the music is really kind of grabs me sideways in Borderlands 3 as well. Some things really catch me off. On Bound for Blood, I was doing some bits and pieces the other day, which is one of the DLCs. And yeah, there's some crazy music in there. Absolutely crazy. When I was heading through, oh, what's it called? The canyon. There's the facility in the canyon. Sun something canyon? I can't remember. Sun Chaser Canyon? I don't know. You know better than me, probably. I'm not very into taking in names and stuff like that. I just run around and shoot things and loot things, which is exactly why this game works for me. Open things, smash things, shoot things, punch things, slide things. Am I still talking? Yes. Oh, nearly missed that. I'm going to take it just in case. Okay. We've got to that time. It's boss time, baby.
Aurelia, as your brother, I implore you to stop this.
Step aside, Alistair, while I trim the last loose end of the Jakobs line.
If you want to kill Wainwright, then you will have to...
Well, she ain't going to kill him by shooting him.
I know.
Did that position. Oh, Aurelia, just another annoying thing about the pre-sequel. I'm not a fan of the pre-sequel, FYI. Consider it a bad caricature of Borderlands put together by people that were just doing a cash grab. And I find it hard to imagine that anyone can seriously feel otherwise. But it is more Borderlands. There is some more there. And so we will be touching on that on this channel at some point. I won't be rushing into that, but even if it's to show an example of how things shouldn't be done, or how I don't think that I want to see things progress in Borderlands in the future, then we can go there and give a good example of that. That being said, I'm sure there is some good content in pre-sequel. I didn't find it in all the time that I've spent it so far. But it could be there. Some of the DLC stuff is meant to be good. I have not finished Claptastic Voyage, which I understand is probably the best piece of content from the pre-sequel. So my hope is to work through that and get to there, and we can all sit together and chat on it. Love to know other people's thoughts. Immune, come on. Not to, no res today? No? I mean, could have just shot an ad, but I thought I was going to be helped out. I'll be honest. We had such a good time in the park yesterday, and I fed him up good and proper. What's up, boy? Why you no love me today? Right. Okay, I was going to do that again. At least it was nice and painless. Seem to be doing some great damage here with the sellout. Spam some nades around. I will put in my normal disclaimer about being a bit tired and blah 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 blah. I'm getting a bit bored of it, so we're gonna leave that and just assume I'm always tired. And always distracted, and always a bit hyperactive, most of the time. And always can't aim. I said stay alive! No one listens anymore. That's the problem. But I can see an ad on the map. Boom. That was an extremely low effort fight, which still took a lot longer than it should have done.
Alistair!
Alistair!
Are you alright?
What do we got here?
Me? What about
Frozen
you?
Heart.
You were shot just as much
Oh.
as I was.
We just switched out our legendary shield, and we've now got another one there, so that is fantastic.
Oh,
You're fine.
Thank you, Vault Hunter.
It's just a
For giving
flesh
her every
wound.
chance and humoring a blinded fool of a brother.
Your wounds, are they dire?
We will survive the trip back to the lodge. It's up to you to finish the task, Vault Hunter.
Right, the vault. To reveal the entrance, you'll have to solve some light statue-based riddles out in the gardens.
The only puzzles
Fortunately
I enjoy
for them,
are putting
that's my
skeletons back
speciality.
together after I have removed them from their owners.
Oh, I do apologize. Are you hearing this, Alistair? The Vault Hunters lost all whimsical intrigue.
Forgive when he gets cranky when he's been shot. Just try solving the riddles,
Let's go on,
Vault
guys.
Hunter.
First statue is out there on the table.
Thank you very much.
Clear the path to the
Affirmative.
vault. I will join you with the rest of the vault key.
All over it. Now, there's quite a lot of areas around here where I seem to recall there being nice piles of iridium to smash. And we still need that.
Just need a walk to clear my head
Iridium
is
ends
all.
up being a currency so
always
that we
take the
can
weight
expand
off.
our ammunition
Something
slots.
about looking up at a
As well as
gallery of
backpack,
brilliant fools who
vault
got it
space,
worse
all
than
that stuff.
me. It's nice to know I could.
Singleton got held up, and all he cared to do was inspect the bore of the robber's rifle. That is, until the robber shot him in the face. Head to the
Wonder what's over
menagerie
there.
next.
Okay, next. Iridium pile number 1.
I
How's
can
it?
break this now.
Gun slut for sale! Gun slut for sale!
Go right.
This menagerie was installed by my great uncle Maddox. Maddox didn't trust a soul. The man preferred having bars between him and the rest of the world.
Lots of talking, lots of
Measured
talks.
his spaghetti on the suspicion that his cook was short noodling him.
Got a new job.
I wouldn't
My
want to be short
foreman said
noodled.
Jakobs needed someone they could trust, and that's me. So I managed the Jakobs garden. Today I trimmed the hedges, watered the flowers, and polished the statues. The nethers, that's where the grime collects. It took some elbow grease, but I cleaned the nethers to a fine shine. My mom's proud. Paul's prouder. Said I escaped a hard life in the amber market in this cushy job. Only then I did it wrong. Wandered behind the gardens, and this fella with some sort of techno jangle on his eyes said, "Easy, that's far enough, real smooth like." And I said, "I'm the new garden manager, it's my job." But he takes me around the arm and says, "That part of the ground's off limits, but don't you worry, it can take care of itself."
Nice shooting, superfan!
Get over this somehow.
Like, follow, and obey.
nooks and crannies, always something to explore.
Good boy.
Not what I wanted.
Yep, old Maddox spent so much time looking out the window, he never noticed that his butler was plotting his demise. Gothic drama. The final riddle is in the greenhouse.
Greenhouse! Alright. Might have some nice tasty goodies.
Gorge yourself.
Gonna fire everywhere, every target. I don't remember how much there was in this gun. Does some good damage, but definitely needs you to force it down quite a lot.
Make sure to call me God Queen when you thank me later.
How about no?
Come kill this turd farmer.
I hear you, beast.
This game's got a thing about turd farmers. There's quite a number of references to turd farmers. I mean, I guess it's relevant for them. I think mainly it probably is Tyrene, Troy, or
See what lies within.
Typhon. Spoilers. Or family. But yeah, I do like this this area. As I was saying earlier, it's got a cool Gothic. They actually just brought up is quite sort of close. It's a Southern American kind of Gothic. But it's that sort of dark and dingy and the sort of old architecture. I know this sort of mixed with some more modern bits and pieces, but it's yeah, it's a good vibe. I guess closest thing probably in the Borderlands games, maybe back to Borderlands 1, Zombie Island DLC, that kind of bayou, kind of dark, dingy, damp, like, it's a nice vibe. Definitely,
This is
definitely
God Queen
gives me the
Tyrene coming at
feels.
you live from the hands of this asshole.
Whoa. That was uncalled for. But fairly accurate.
Nice one.
Take it. I've got my eye out for purples more now after the
This greenhouse was installed
success
by
with
my
purple guns in
grandfather.
Wonderlands.
First Jakobs to sell firearms to someone without a mustache. Man of great vision and greater greed. It was him that made Jakobs into a galactic name, even if it was just a means of livelihood.
Lucky shot.
Yeah, gun systems, or rather loot systems, I suppose, probably more accurate. Got some videos coming out for that, talking about where I hope they take things in the future and what I consider to be the right way to do a Borderlands-style loot system, the tiering for the weapons and gear. So, yeah, interesting that. I really was hoping to get so much more done during the Christmas period while I had time off work, and stuff just takes so much longer than I was expecting. Really did not get even a quarter of the stuff that I had planned. You know, stuff gets busy. That time of year I think it's important to you know, see family and friends and all the rest of it, so this project had to come second to that. But still going to keep pushing forward, and we will get there eventually. Which one was this?
Warden tripped in the factory and died of... Well, the doctor had to invent a new name for his injury. Called it fatal testicular devastation or some such thing. An innovator till the end, my grandpappy was. See, you sniffed all those riddles out like a saurian in heat. Head back to the terrace. There'll be a switch to reveal the entrance to the vault.
These guys sometimes have some good loot, so you know, do some of these. Keep your eyes open for loot tinks. I feel like there's an increased chance of loot tinks at this point in the game.
You are close. I keep one in my
Where
jacket
did that one
pocket.
come from, you sneaky thing? I feel like there's something on one of the upper walkway. Oh yeah, of course, shows you.
Wow, you're amazing.
In this game, it shows you where all the hidden things are. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I definitely am someone who likes to search for hidden stuff. Maybe for certain collectibles in the game or certain kind of things. You've got You've got the claptraps, you've got the radio station stuff, you've got the voice logs. You have a number of things that you're kind of working towards. And I feel like, okay, maybe show me where some of those are. But surely a big part of the game and enjoying these areas is the exploration and actually, you know, finding some stuff for yourself. At least that's the way I see it. And I think we're having a bit more of a revival in that regard with gaming at the moment. People are heading back a bit more to the OG. A good example of that would be the success of From Software games. People definitely are looking for a challenge, and in particular Elden Ring, which has, you know, so many good things going for it, but it is a perfect example of a open... excuse me, bedtime. I'm going to let Typhon first.
Pleasure doing business with you, DeLeon.
What was I saying? Hit in the comments what I was saying, because I can't remember. What was I saying? So about Elden Ring and how successful that has been, just in terms of people's reaction to the open world and how relevant exploration is, how interesting actually exploring that world is. And that is what an open world map should feel like. It's been a very long time since anyone's been doing open world stuff that good. And that's really originally what open world maps were meant to be all about. And these days they end up a lot of the time just feeling more like semi-pointless filler rather than an actual functional part of the game. So I certainly don't want this to go that way. I think there's great exploration and stuff in Borderlands games. I think they are in a pretty good position with stuff, but I do think it is worth having things that aren't just pointed out for you.
I will meet you there.
Sell out!
Lovely bit of tea.
Good to see you, my boy.
Right. Okay, what comes next?
Sell out.
This is nice. This is a nice peaceful bit. I don't know if I've really taken this in much before. We were sort of screaming through this bit at 100 miles an hour looking to murder your next monster. But, invisible wall there, I didn't know about that. That's not typically going to be going that way, but some nice ambient kind of background noise. Quite like that. Sorry, was I doing something?
Good, you made it! The fragment, Vault Hunter.
Yeah, hi Tannis.
We haven't much time.
Love you, girl.
Forgive me. It's a thing I heard someone say once, and I always wanted to try it. Anyway, there's no time for parlor tricks. Assemble the vault key.
Running down our last few moments of Tannis actually being sensible as a character.
No refunds.
That's something I didn't like about Borderlands 3. I don't like the direction they took it. But we will get to that in due course. Mine.
I trust you know where to put that.
Mine. Okay. Ooh, now this bit, I'm not sure if there is a direct nod here, whether this is deliberately meant to be tied to Battleborn, but if you don't know, in Battleborn there is a whole area and a whole kind of race of people that are basically, I guess it's sort of like an elf planet, shall we say, but they're very sort of tied in with nature, and then there's creatures and robots and stuff, which are all very tree-like, organic in kind of a plant-style sense. And, yeah, this guy definitely seems very much like that kind of technology. There is one of the main missions, which is called the Sentinel, and, yeah, this guy he's got Sentinel vibes all over him.
The vault monster. Then we will eradicate it before the Calypsos arrive. Guardians? This makes no sense. There's supposed to be an enormous monster.
Guardians? And where's Zavala? Man, my aim is so bad today. Literally just casually spamming out. I mean, we're not going for any aim record here or anything. We're just spanking out some shots. Love the design on this guy. Like all the bosses and stuff are so fantastic. Borderlands, as a game series, just has the best bosses. To see more mechanics, like the mechanic with this one is cool, a bit of fun. To see more of that is going to be interesting as we head into 24, 25. I'm really hoping we get some news on a new game soon.
Let them hear your rage.
But yeah, like where we are at the end of or sort of, you know, if you're looking at the end game stuff for Wonderlands, which they mostly made in lockdown, so that game is sort of held back by that. But the secret bosses that you can get in the Chaos Chamber, they have very cool mechanics with the way that their rooms are like a moving crit. I don't want to be in here. I don't want to be in here. Different ways of dealing with the different bosses. Their own kind of cool, just standalone kind of mechanics to their, you know, as a boss would always be with their attacks and how you deal with all the rest of it. But then the way that the runes are a part of that, and yeah, like I say, it's a moving crit spot in many cases. Is yeah, there's obvious some good thinking going on with that sort of mechanics, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where they take it. And I've got a lot of ideas about that. Things that I will expect to see with Borderlands 4, which I guess is the first video that will be before the Borderlands 1. But yeah, I got some ideas that they are going to mix things up. I think there's going to be some seriously cool stuff happening in Borderlands 4.
Enemy in my sights.
Right, I suppose I should pay attention to this fight, because at the moment I'm just not doing much. Not that it seems like I need to, having picked up a few decent bits of kit fairly recently. This is all going really on the way. Small scenery over here. Laser. Whee! That shield I got is actually doing a very good job. That was very well timed. Swoosh. Another video I should be doing fairly soon. I should probably be careful with saying this because I'm just getting sidetracked with so much, so many ideas, so many bits and pieces I'm trying to get on with. But I have never got round to fighting the Seer in this game. Never got round to it because at the time that Director's Cut stuff had come out, I had played things so to death, and there was other things going on. I'd had a bit of a break there, and been sort of back and forward. I just didn't know they existed. I just didn't know the Seer was a boss that I needed to even go and see. So I'm going to finally get round to doing that. I had the same issue with Hemovorus. It took me a long time to get around to Hemovorus. With this kind of coming back to the game, I've changed from console to PC, so all of my stuff had to be restarted. There's no cross save, yada yada yada. So yeah, I sort of was missing some bits and pieces. I had some holes in my experience. So Hemovorus was good fun. I need to go back and do that once I get myself geared up and sorted out a bit more for Mayhem 11. So I intend to go back at Mayhem 11 and do some different boss stuff once I've got myself some better gear and what have you. And yeah, the Seer is one I need to tick off. considering how little I'm paying attention and how much I'm absolutely flapping about, I'm absolutely stunned how well this fight's gone. I remember certain points where this guy would cause me all kinds of problems, so this is a very good day. And that's the end of that.
Well done, Vault Hunter. Now, I've been working
Thank you.
on some experimental technology that should allow us to neutralize the Vault monster, rendering it useless to the Calypsos.
Excellent. That's exactly what we need to do, Tannis. Well done. That's why we pay you so much money.
Breathe, Tannis. You can do this. Let's give it a try.
Nothing that
You may
good
want to
there.
stand back. As I said, experimental tech.
Is there anything you do, Tannis, that doesn't
Working.
involve experimental
I
tech?
hope
Tannis, are you okay?
just a little more.
Woo, go girl.
Excellent, it worked. I told Lilith it would. Sir Hammerlock once told me that when hunting a beast, it's best to deny its sustenance. Starving creatures make mistakes. Now Tyrene Calypso will be unable to derive power from the Vault monster.
What the actual dick? Did you just kill the Vault monster for real? Come on! Now there's no point in any of this! I'm so hungry! I guess I don't know, leech a pile of tinks? They're like popcorn shrimp, but more screamy.
You guys really suck. You know that? Totally uncalled for.
It seems we're alone. You may proceed into the vault to collect your loot. Meanwhile, I will examine the Iridian technology out here.
In the swamp, very kind of angular kind of buildings like that. I say angular, but like with the kind of mid-degree angles. You know, almost feels a little bit like the Witch Queen. There's definitely very similar vibes. Right, anyway. Into the purple. Or the red, whatever. I feel like they could have done something more with these. I'm not really a fan of these completely repetitive vaults that don't seem to make sense with the earlier existing lore of the vaults. Maybe I'm missing something, but they do seem all very much, pretty much copy and paste. There's a little bit more to it than that, but you get the idea.
The vault is indeed connected to the Promethea vault you opened,
This
as well
definitely
as Pandora,
damages
and a fourth vault symbol I do not recognize.
the lore
Could
of the
Calypso
vaults.
be telling the truth about the Great Vault? I am concerned. Come out and we will return to Sanctuary together. Lilith will want to hear about this.
Well, that is going to help our playthrough immensely. Lucian's cool. Lucian's cool. Let me read the other one. Oh, that's why. Oh, the hot damn Sorba. So Sorba is a it was a pearl in Borderlands 2, if I'm remembering correctly. So this one is a bit of a repeat, but you know, I'm not sure if I really feel that it reflects the Sorba in the first in its first show up. So, well, let's just go with the highest level out of the two of them. So, wrong button. Let's put on the Lucians, and I can put on that Magnificent now as well. I'm going to switch that for... What did I just do? What did I even just do? Let's put that on. And I'll ditch the Sellout now. And we'll take the Lucians. That's going to give us a nice boost to things. That's going to hurt my OCD. Whatever I have. Let's leave that as that for the moment. There we go. Tell me in the comments below if you had the choice between the hot damn Sorbar and the Lucian's Call, which was the one you would have picked? we are doing rather good. This has been a very lucky session. Okie doke. That is... Just take a little bit more for the bank. Just gotta keep getting the monies. Definitely need to still improve my slots quite a lot. It's quite behind with those, my ammo counts and such. Not a pew pew gun, but you can add your own.
Vault Hunter, we should probably discuss.
Phase lock out of nowhere!
Phase lock me too.
Disconcerting.
Now, Ty, do it, do it, do it!
Tannis!
And she's
bye.
gone! Oh, man! When you killed that monster, I was like, shoot! But we've got our eye on a bigger prize.
Lilith, the Calypsos have kidnapped Tannis.
No! Damn it! Vault Hunter, I need you back on Sanctuary, now!
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Let's do it. Alright, getting close to wrapping this one up. Let's do what we need to here. Just clean out my pockets. Got this habit of making you guys watch me do all my admin. And spend the skill point. We're just going to stick that in anything. I'm desperately in need of doing a respec and actually thinking about what I've got on me a bit more. That'll do. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up?
Should have known. Should have seen it coming. This is exactly what I was afraid of.
You should.
Stop talking about Tannis like she's already dead. There's still time.
Incoming transmission.
Of course.
We kidnapped your scientist. Want to see her alive? It's not gonna happen. Yeah, 'cause you eat butts. Skag butts. It's us! Did you guess? Cool masks, right? Pre-order bonus. Oh, time, pledge drive. So, spoiler, we are crazy close to opening the Great Vault. We found the key, BT dubs, and it is huge! So we need a crap ton of iridium to charge it, and you know what that means. Pledge drive! And since our followers go apeshit every time we maim or murder one of you, we put the next one up to a vote! Would you believe it? Weird Scientist was our most requested murder. Beat out Annoying Robot by just a bit. Damn it! Speaking of murder, Carnivore is getting hungry. Show starting soon, and it's gonna be a killer.
They're gonna kill her if we don't do something.
Tannis risked everything to keep Tyreen from getting to that vault monster. She deserves better than dying for the entertainment of two psychopaths. We're going back to Pandora. Vault Hunter, save
They're
her.
entertaining more than two.
The Calypsos mentioned a Carnivora. Go find Vaughn. I sent him to an old Crimson Raiders outpost in Devil's Razor. He's been monitoring COV movements. He'll know what's going on.
You got this, Vault Hunter, you freaking animal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that definitely would have been something that would have been a cool thing. Balix is such a great character. It would have been very, very cool if they could have done something like, I don't know, you could pick up Balix and have Balix just going around with you. You get these different guns and other things in the game where you can have them going around and chucking in extra little comments and that. It would be quite fun to have Balix you could just carry around and like they just, I don't know, stick a bunch of extra lines in, and when you're in different areas he drops lines of dialogue. That would have been fantastic. Borderlands 4, I'm looking at you. Right, okay. Let's go and just chuck some stuff out of our pockets. Just go and sort out our loot. That will be the end of it for this session. I'm just going to sort out my stuff, and then we will head back to Pandora in the next session. How you doing, Hammy Lark? All that complaining about being shot. Does he not realise how many times we get shot every 5 minutes in this game? It's a lot of jump to ditch. It's going to be worth it if we can at least get our weapons on the wall. There's a 29 duck in this. I'm going to leave it. I don't like leaving legendaries in the machines, but on the basis that we've got a 29 gun on us that we've only just picked up, legendary, that's going to do absolutely fine for us. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to ditch that.
Don't spend it all in one place, except right here.
I'm just going to leave those. Look at that.
Tell your friends.
Move it. People got other things to do, you know. You can't just spend all day watching me sort out my guns. Right. That's literally hurting me to leave that gun. But
You're a terrible negotiator.
I'm doing this for the people out there that have even more trouble than me. You have a problem, and I want you to know that you can solve it. You don't have to buy every legendary in the vending machines. Right.
Being a mercenary is like being a
what am I missing here?
if you can't stay well stocked.
Okay, so we can get a couple more of those. A couple more of those. It is.
Buy this thing and hold more stuff. You know you want to.
He's right. He's right, you know. Okay, well, yep, that's going to be it for today's session. A little bit all over the place today, but that was good fun. We got a bit more progress. That is the main parts of Eden 6 now sorted out. So we've got back to Pandora and a couple other new locations before we clean up the main story, and then we've of course got DLC to look at as well. So and there'll be side questing, other things. I've got videos talking about enemies, guns, lore on this, probably talking about just some other things that I find cool in the game, all sorts of stuff. So if you've had a good time, if you enjoyed this at all, please do like and subscribe. If you did, please do stick around, please do check out my other videos. Anything you can do helps me out a lot. I'm really trying to do what I can here. I've got so many ideas for the channel, and we'll get there eventually. But for now, thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you next time, Vault Hunters. Take it easy. Peace out.